Hey guys, thank you for joining us today. Today we have JC from Acronis with us. JC, why don't you just start off by telling us, who Acronis is, what it is that you guys do, and who are your main customers at the moment?
All right. Thank you very much for having me. Acronis has been around for the last 14 years. We're fairly new to South Africa. We've been here for a while, but we've not really done any active marketing. We've not had any active presence here. So we've now got a local office and we've now got local presence. But we've been specializing in backup and recovery and for about 14 years. And some of our main customers, we've got BMW and Audi in Germany. In the States, we've got customers like Lego and Unilever. If you're looking at Asia, we've got customers like Sony, Panasonic, NEC. So we've got fairly big customers, but we also deal with a lot of smaller SMBs. So in the States and in the US, in the States and in Europe, we've got 200,000 SMBs that we look after.
Okay.
Altogether, we're looking after about 5,000 petabytes of data. So
Wow.
it's a lot of data that we look after, and we've got 12 data centers around the world where we store the data in.
Sure.
So
It's quite a bit. It's quite a massive company.
it's quite a big company.
And of course, you guys sponsor Toro Rosso as well. So does that mean that we have a Grand Prix incentive on the horizon?
Might be. There was one last year. There might be. So be on the lookout for it.
Yeah, stay tuned, guys. Cool. So I think today we're primarily going to be focusing on Acronis Cloud Backup. What is it that makes you guys so great, and what is it that sets you apart from the rest of the backup services out there?
So there are a lot of backup services out there. One of the things that makes us great is our Any Data Engine. So our Any Data Engine means that we can work with any kind of workload that you have. So whether your workload is in the cloud, or whether you've got an on-premise solution workload or virtual workload, or any of your applications like Active Directory, Exchange, SQL, we can work with all of those workloads and we can back it up to any kind of storage that you want. So obviously we have with the cloud today, so we do cloud storage. Then we're also able to back up into your Azure or into your Amazon cloud. We're able to back up to a local storage. So we've got a 3-to-1 rule where we'd like to have 3 sets of data, 2 on-premise and 1 in the cloud.
Sure.
So
that's what I was going to ask. Why should anyone back up their data? What's so bad about having just a single backup on their premises?
So having a single backup means that there's only, if one pointer fails, you're kind of going to be lost. So if you're backing up to a server and there's a fire in your building, or the electricity goes out, as we know with Eskom often it does, and you're losing 2 hard drives at the same time, it's very difficult for you then to try and get your business recovered to as quick as possible to a point where you're operational again.
Right.
So having one set of data in the cloud is the optimal way to go.
Of course. And then, what is it that customers can back up? Is it any file?
So there are different file options. There are different backup options that you've got. You've got file and folder options. Okay. So for customers who just want to back up all of their employees' My Documents, for example, you're able to do that. You can also back up full disks, or you can back up system states. So in the event where you've got to recover from a disaster very quickly, if you've just backed up a system state, obviously that's a lot faster to recover from.
Of course, and you can also back up Office 365 on the platform.
Absolutely. So Office 365 is one of the applications that we support. I know that Microsoft does offer their own backup, and we're not going to take anything away from that. Sure. But when you're needing to recover, you generally need to recover pretty fast. So when you're asking Microsoft to please recover for you, it takes about 5 days for that to happen. Right. And they also only carry your data for a certain amount of time. So if you're needing to recover an email that you've lost last year, you're not going to be able to do that with Microsoft. So it is best to have a third-party application that you can do your backups and restores from.
Gives you a little bit more control over those backups.
Absolutely.
Cool. How secure are the backups, right? So we all know about WannaCry. We've all heard about it. So what are the chances of ransomware affecting a backup in the Acronis cloud?
So that's very unlikely. So we're running a technology that we've developed ourselves called Active Protection. So Active Protection works in the way that as soon as your files start getting encrypted, Acronis would recognize it, stop that process, and then automatically restore from your backups the files that's already been encrypted. So we run this in our cloud as it is already, and we've also got your data replicated to somewhere else. So in the worst case scenario, if one of our data centers go down, it's not going to mean any kind of loss for any of our customers.
Right. Awesome. So that provides some really good peace of mind, I think. So let's talk about a typical cloud backup scenario. So we've now registered our customer, we signed them up on the portal. What's the next step?
All right, very simply. So you guys have signed up a customer. your customer's now got a choice whether he wants to sign up a customer that's an end user, or if he's going to resell the product on to somebody else who's going to sell it on to an end user. And he's able to manage that all from his portal. Very, very simple to use.
Sure.
You can add a reseller in probably about 3 minutes. Takes about 5 clicks and a little bit of information. Adding an end user is one extra option. You get to choose if you want to give them a 30-day trial or not. And that 30-day trial is at no obligation either to the end user or to the customer or to you. Yeah.
No, sure. I think that's the main appeal of Acronis, is just its ease of use. It really is so easy.
So easy to use. Once you've logged in the first time as an end user, or you've signed your customer up as an end user, the first screen that comes up is, do you accept terms and conditions? And the second one comes up with all the different agents that you can install from.
Yeah.
So it really is the simplest solution out there.
No, it's awesome, guys. Really, it is. I think in closing, let's say, for example, our customer's customer has a really poor internet connection. How do they go about assisting them with that initial upload of their backup?
All right, so that happens quite frequently. So if you're looking at little one-man businesses or really small companies, they don't typically have very fast internet lines. So if, let's say, your customer's got a 4 meg ADSL line,
Yeah.
and they need to back up 500 gigabytes, I can tell you that's going to take a long time. So we do have something called a seeding tool.
Okay.
So your reseller can download the seeding tool, go to his end user, do the first initial backup onto a hard drive for them, and then take it back to their own premises where they've got their 100 meg fiber, and they can then do the first backup to Acronis, and then afterwards the incremental backups from the customers will just go through to our data center.
And that will help a lot. And I'm sure there's a lot of our customers out there that will make use of that service.
I'm sure.
For sure. Cool, JC, I think that's all the questions that we had for you today. Guys, please remember, if you have any questions, just leave them down below. We will be answering them a little later on. If you have any questions about Acronis or would like to get signed up and get started with the trial, please speak to your sales rep. We do have a contract that we can send out, so we will be signing up all our customers on a contractual basis. It will be month to month. But yeah, please reach out for full pricing and all the rest of it on all things Acronis. JC, thanks again.
Very welcome.
Guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks for having me. Hope to see you at the Grand Prix soon.
Yes.